So in today's video, I'll be showing you guys the best sleeper car in Southwest Florida that you can buy. So first things first, we're gonna head into the dealership to actually purchase the car. So this car is pretty cheap. It's not that expensive. So it is actually a coupe. So you're gonna want to be in the coupe section, and you're gonna want to buy the 2019 Audi TT RS. All right, so it's about 68 grand, and it's a very good car. Right, I'm gonna be showing you guys in the video. So first things first, man, first impressions, this car doesn't look like anything special. It doesn't look fast at all. It actually looks kind of bad. I'm not even gonna lie, I'm not a big fan of the look of the Audi TT RS. If I were to see this car on the road, I wouldn't really think of this as that much of a sports car, because if you look at it, like, it just looks kind of off, to be honest. Like, I don't know why, but it looks kind of short, or it doesn't look long enough. It just looks kind of compact and smushed, and it's not that fast. Let me do a quick little launch test for you guys. Boom. Horrible launch, and acceleration is alright, not that fast. But once you guys do this build on this car, it is gonna be a lot better. And I'm not gonna lie, you could probably beat some supercars out there. Probably beat a stock Ferrari, maybe, probably. But let's head into the shop real quick to actually build this thing. So right over here, and first things first, let's go ahead and max this thing out before we do any appearance modifications. So first things first, I want a stage 3 engine. I want turbocharging or supercharging. We want turbocharging. Turbocharging seems to add more power on the TTRS. Race brakes for sure. Safety. Race reduction makes the car a lot lighter. Grip tires for sure. It'll help the launch. Race transmission. And the suspension, I'm going to work on that later. Wheel width as well, I'm going to work on that later. Everything I'm going to work on later. And the drivetrain, obviously all-wheel drive, but that's already stock. And I'm going to mess with the rear differential and front differential, as well as the torque vectoring a little bit. So I'm gonna do something like this. You guys can copy it. It doesn't have to be the exact same, but something like this. Boom. And that's pretty much it right there. We really don't need to mess with the gearing at all. But now we're gonna be messing with the appearance a little bit. So I'm probably gonna, I think I want to do a black on black build, you know, to make it look kind of, I don't know, I just want to make it kind of slick. All right, so okay, that's appearance. Next, we're gonna want to buy some wheels. I'm gonna get some drag tires. Let's see, probably buy these drag tires or this. Probably gonna buy these right here, and we're gonna leave the front tires stock. Even though this car is all-wheel drive, or I know it's all-wheel drive, but to be honest, when I see just drag tires in the back, I think it looks a lot better than drag tires on all four. It doesn't look as good in Southwest Florida. It looks alright in real life, but this is how we're gonna have it, right? And then we're going to want to mess with the suspension. Suspension's trash on this right now.
2,000 years later.
Alright, so as I was saying, man, this thing looks absolutely insane now. It still looks like it's not that fast. I mean, apart from the drag tires, but this thing is fast. Alright, let me actually show you guys a quick demonstration right here. Quick launch test, and boom, launch is super fast. And look at the acceleration. This thing is crazy fast. I think it's also pretty good on rolls as well. So let's do a quick little 60 roll. So let's see. Yeah, so off the roll, I low-key think it's even faster off the roll, which is crazy. But this thing is extremely fast. Like, look at the speedometer down here. We hit 200 effortlessly. Let's see what this thing maxes out at. 240, 250. I think this can. All right, it looks like it maxes out at 253. Which is very fast. But main thing of this car is pretty much just the acceleration. I'm sure you can beat a bunch of supercars off the launch with this, and it's just crazy how fast this is. Let's do a quick launch real quick again here. The launch on this is actually amazing. It's all-wheel drive, and it launches perfectly every time. Super fast. And let's just do a quick comparison with some of my other cars. Let's see. So I'm pretty sure all my cars are modified, which is not fair. So I'm probably gonna go buy a this is not modified right here. Yeah, the Z06 is not modified, and I mean, it's a Z06, man. A TTRS should not be faster. So now let's do a comparison. Boom. Alright, so as you guys can see, man, this thing is a lot slower than the TTRS. But I mean, I know some of you guys will say this is just a Corvette Z06. So let me go ahead and buy a supercar and test it out. Alright, so I bought the 488 Pista right here, and let's go ahead and test out the launch right here. So boom. Okay, that was kind of a bad launch. I'm pretty sure the Pista could do a little bit better than that. Alright, there we go. So boom. Acceleration off the launch is not bad on the Pista, but I mean, this thing will get absolutely yapped by the TTRS. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, this is actually getting gapped by the TTRS. We would have already been in the 200s by now on the TTRS, but this is a supercar. We just tested the Z06. Now this is the 488 Ferrari Pista. But now let's take it up a notch and test it against a hypercar. Alright, so I went ahead and bought the Ferrari LaFerrari right here. This is a hypercar, and let's go ahead and do the test. So boom, that's a pretty good launch, and off the launch it is a lot faster than the 488. And it's low-key pretty fast, but I'm not gonna lie, the TTRS is still beating this. Alright, the TTRS is still gapping the LaFerrari. I'm not even gonna lie, like, we would be in the 200s by now, like I said, with the TTRS. So man, we could beat stock Ferraris, supercars, and hypercars. We could beat the 488 Ferrari as well as the LaFerrari, man. This TTRS is super good, alright? It's a sleeper. You don't even have to modify the appearance. You can just keep it stock and race cars. They'll think you're stock, which is gonna be pretty crazy to see a TTRS beating hypercars and supercars. But let's do a quick little last test with the TTRS. Boom, launch is crazy, and we absolutely just we would have been gapped both Ferraris, and it's just crazy, man. This thing is extremely fast, and I think this is actually faster than some of my modified cars, maybe some of my modified supercars. Let's see, I don't think I have any modified supercars, hypercars. Let's see, I'm gonna see against the P1. I think it's a little bit faster than the P1. I don't know though. Let's see. Boom, P1 launch. I mean, it's kind of similar. I'm not gonna lie. It's actually kind of similar against this is a maxed out P1. It's fully maxed out. Launch on the P1 I feel like is a little bit better, but it's similar. Like, it's super similar. TTRS and the P1, both very similar in speeds. Let's do the TTRS here. Boom. So yeah, it's very close, and I mean, for the price difference, like, this TTRS is such a good deal. It's such a sleeper. Like, man, this is just such a good car. I really recommend buying this if you guys want a sleeper. You don't have to modify it like this. You can keep it stock and race people, man. They'll think you're slow, but you're actually very fast. And I mean, this thing is keeping up and low-key the same speed as a fully maxed out P1. The P1 is way more expensive than this Audi TTRS. So this car, man, it's the best sleeper you can get in Southwest Florida. I hope you guys all enjoyed today's video. If you guys did, make sure to drop a like as well as subscribe. We're getting so close to 20k. And that's pretty much all for today. I hope you guys all enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next one.